windy out here, nice and breezy. All right, here we go. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network. I am Brooks Austin. Don't know why I introduced myself like that. Welcome back to Hotel Hermosa, live here on the patio deck. Been gracious hosts of our network here the last several days as we continue our Elite 11 coverage. We had our pre-Elite 11 rankings yesterday. That pre-camp ranking is very, very important. It's a film-only ranking, and I've always said about the quarterback position, that film be lying. That film be telling lies, all right? You can watch that highlight tape as much as you want, but it's not the real indication of who that athlete is as a quarterback, right? It's not an indication, a true indication of what the life of that football looks like. And I think we had a pretty obvious example of that. I saw Jonas Williams pre-camp as my number one, right? Coming into this, I was like, damn, the tape is great. Didn't like necessarily the throw motion that I saw yesterday, right? It's got a little bit of a hitch to it. The ball kind of has it doesn't have an immediate pop to it. It's almost got a secondary life to it. It doesn't have immediate suddency. So it's very interesting to see that live, and you'll see that, kind of reflective in my rankings today. I've already wrote an article about this. All that coverage can be found on my Twitter account at BrooksAustinBA, as well as any of our SI.com affiliated websites. But I wanted to open today's show with, obviously, an observation yesterday at the Elite 11. I think, it's one thing to watch the camp, but I've always talked about the counselors that come back to this camp and the quality of football players that come back and pour back into this camp. One of those, the last several years, has been Kade Clubick, the Clemson starting quarterback. And I was just watching him yesterday, and there's a level of deliberance about the way that he works, okay? I watched him probably for an hour, maybe 45 minutes, work on just feeling one movement, an elasticity movement, trying to create separation between his left shoulder and his right hip, bringing it together and then separating it out whilst rolling to his right, okay? And I watched this kid who has 30 career college starts at this point. I was talking with him after the event. I think maybe like 26, 27 college starts. Like really working hard to feel one little movement, okay, over and over and over and over and over again. He's dripping sweat by the end of the day. And it was like a full-on workout. And if you just watched him, the only thing I could think about was like, I am someone who has, and I told him this afterwards, I am someone who has, I think, dedicated my life to obviously my wife and my children, but football. Like football is what I love more than anything else. It's what I do, right? It's what I talk about. I think if you watch our network, you feel my level of passion. If you listen to me talk about anything with regards to football, you can feel my passion about it. Kade Clubick makes me question my love for football. I'm gonna be honest with you, my level of love for football. I told Kade yesterday, watching him work, okay, watching him work in that 2-3 hour session yesterday made me want to wake up today loving football a little bit more than I did yesterday, challenging myself to love football a little bit more yesterday than I did today. That dude is a maniac. I don't know if he's going to be the number one overall pick this year. I don't think it matters. That kid's going to play football in the NFL for 15 years. There's no doubt about that in my mind, okay? By the way, my friend Matt Galassin just learned a little lesson, okay? When this voice comes out to the patio and starts doing a solo show, it's going to be booming, fam. It's going to be booming. So he was over there trying to do an interview. That's on me. I'm sorry, Matt, if you're watching this right now. I apologize. You got your clicks, though, because I put Diabell number one. Let's talk about it. Shout out to Kade Clubick. I love football. You love football, sir. I'm going to challenge myself to find a way to love football more and just work on my craft the way that dude did. Holy shit. Again, few human beings more adamant about their work than what I watched yesterday, and I can't wait to watch it again today as we got this Elite 11 Pro Day script going out today, and I guarantee you he going to throw it. There ain't no doubt about it. He going to throw it. Most of these soon-to-be NFL guys, college kids, come back to this event, and they yada, piddle-paddle around. Not Kade Clubick. I guarantee he going to throw that Pro Day script today. I'm excited to watch it. All right, let's talk about our rankings, okay, from yesterday's event. Now, I believe this, the quarterback position, this ranking, far more important than the film ranking. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think, again, I told you over and over again, I think the film lies to me about the quarterback position. And this in-person eval, getting to get a feel for what these kids are and be around them for 3 days, I leave with a far better encapsulation of these individuals than just what the 7 to 9 minute highlight tape tells me about them, obviously. Number 1 from last night, Bell. Number 2, Keshan Henderson. And I want to start the conversation with those two guys right there because I felt like they were in a different category. I feel like there were 2 players at the very, very top last night. There were 2 players in that secondary category, and then there was a bunch of like 7 to 9 guys that you could argue about. But there was a clear-cut 2, and there was a clear-cut 3 and 4, in my opinion. Those clear-cut 2 being Bell and Keshan Henderson. And here's how I would categorize both, okay? I put number 1 Bell for this reason. I think there's 2 categories of kids that come out here that are super ballers, right? That are elite enough to come out here to the Elite 11, pun intended. Okay, I think there's 2 categories. There's the thoroughbreds with a shitload of horsepower, okay? They can make every throw and wow you, and then have pitfalls, right? There's all highs, lots of lows, no real mediums. And then there's robot. I've been training this bitch since I was 6 years old. I know how to throw a football perfectly, but I don't have a ton of juice. And then there's Bell. Okay, a rare combination of that kid's mechanically clean, he's sudden, he's tight, no inefficiencies in his body, and oh wait, he's got horsepower. Oh wait, he's got life to his football. He's got real, like, immediate juice. I was really, really impressed with last night. Even some of the off-script stuff, but I think what separated the 1 and 2 for me between him and Keshan Henderson was just the matter of consistencies, right? The lowers of Bell are higher than the lows of Keshan Henderson. Does that make sense? Even though the highs of Keshan Henderson are undeniable. I think that's the one thing that I enjoy coming out here every year, no matter who's here, because if I haven't seen a kid like Keshan Henderson, when he goes to Houston, I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be fun as shit to watch, and he's gonna it's gonna be cool to know that I had seen him since he was 18, and I knew it was gonna be what it is. And what it is an elite athlete with elite measurements, elite length, and just wow factor in terms of the life of the football. He really, I'm gonna say, he rips through the zone. When he gets to like this portion of those mechanics, right, this portion of that throw motion, from here to release point, violence. I'm talking about really pulling the shade, as we would say back in the day. Talking about as a pitcher, want to pull that shade on breaking balls. Kind of similar on a football, right? When we get to that edge of that football, we want to pull that shade down, get to that edge, and rip it hard. That's exactly what Keshan Henderson does really, really frequently, and throws a great, powerful football. Just kind of, shows spurts of inconsistencies, just like I'm saying, like 2 or 3 bad throws, okay? I feel like I watched Bell almost all night. Impossible to see every throw, but I didn't see a bad one. You know what I mean? I saw a ball get loose a time or 2 on Keshan Henderson. That's why we went Bell, number 1. Now that second group of 2 guys, right? That second group of 2 guys. Number 3 on the list today, Faison Brandon, the Tennessee commit. Number 4 on today's list, Landon Duckworth. And I felt like they had 2 similar days. Okay, now both of these individuals play in very spread systems. They play in very quarterback dependent systems. They play in very quarterback friendly systems, okay? Not a lot of under center stuff, not a lot of pro style stuff, not a lot of taking drops, okay? A little bit of catch the ball, give me a little rocker step, throw the piss out the thing. All right, that's what they do normally in high school. So when you come out to these events, you're going to feel very, very uncomfortable. All right, and you could see that in both Landon and Faison. But man, when the cleats are in the ground, all right, few more horsepower guys, like we talked about earlier, thoroughbreds. Those guys with a lot of horsepower. That's what these 2 dudes are. I feel like Faison probably has the biggest arm here today. That ball, 15 to 45. Just does not die on him. Whereas other guys' nose will start tipping on them. Ball kind of, as we say on the network, kind of out on these guys. Not Faison. That ball is heavy towards the end. Now, it might not have the suddency, the immediate out of the pop fingers like a Darren Coleman, but watch Darren Coleman out here against a guy like Faison Brandon, and about 2 hours in, you'll see that ball start to die on a kid like Darren Coleman. You will not see that thing die on a kid like Faison Brandon, as was, kind of shown out in the rail shot competition that Faison won towards the end of the night. That is what we call a cover 2 hole throw, or as we say on this network, a 1 ball. That ball's got to be on a line, okay? So we throw that thing 3 hours into a workout, we're kind of exhausted, right? We've thrown a lot of footballs, and to win that competition shows some general stability or stamina, rather, as you would expect a player like Faison Brandon to have. So he comes in at 3. Landon Duckworth comes in at 4. I've been really impressed with Landon's growth as a football player, man. This is another kid that I'm fortunate. Some of these guys I get to see at multiple regionals and then get to see them out here at the finals. Landon's a kid I've seen at multiple regionals year over year, and there has just been steady growth, right? And there's no doubt the flashes of Landon Duckworth are tremendous. What I wanted to see from Landon is consistency, and what I've seen from the regional to last night, I'm hoping to see it again today, is a lot of consistency from Landon, because that's like it. You know what I mean? We're talking about a 6'3", 200-pound kid that's probably a 4'6" runner that's got a 40-inch vertical. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no physical limitation to Landon Duckworth. It's a matter of consistency and being in that chicken and rice stage of quarterback play of like, hey, we're going to eat the same diet every single day. We're going to be disciplined about this, right? Same thing with decision making at the quarterback position. We got to be discipline based in our decision making. Now, hey, tight ball alert. Tight ball alert, Derek Zamit coming in at number 5. Sneaky little Zamit. You know what I mean? Derek Zamit, kid from New Jersey. Hold on. New Jersey going all the way out to Washington. I know mommy and daddy probably ain't happy about that one. New Jersey kid going out to Washington, and this kid spins it. I mean, literally. All right, so the Elite 11 got a lot of money. A lot of money out here, a lot of technology, a lot of companies trying to get their hands on quarterbacks. Okay, a lot of experiments out here at this event every single year. And spin rates, velocity, tracking data in the football. That's the new thing. That's the new wave, all right, if you will. So I found Mr. Analytical guy, Mr. Nerd, over in the corner of the field. I seen him with the lappy top, and he was over there doing his thing, reading charts, and I'm like, hey, bro, what you got going on over here? Tracking spin rates, tracking velocities, tracking. I said, all right, my man, who's out here spinning that shit today? Who is out here spinning it? Derek Zamit, spinning the hell up out of it. I don't know exactly what the spin rates were, but Zamit had 8 of the top 8 spin rates. It was Zamit, number 2. Okay, Zamit was spinning the shit up out of it yesterday. And so that was about an hour into the workout. So I started watching Zamit, started paying attention to Zamit. And the data proves to what the actual, like, in-person eval was. I'm talking about a tight-ass football. Why do spin rates matter? Well, it's simple. We are throwing a unique object in terms of its shape through the air. All right? We're trying to take it to a place that we're aimed at. We're trying to deliver it over there. If I spin it really, really tight with no wobble, odds are I'm going to cut it through that air way better than the next guy. That's why spin rates matter. Zamit. I'm talking about Zamit spinning the shit up out of it. I'm excited to see what he looks like today in a pro day setting, because I know you can spin it really tight. What's the horsepower look like today from Zamit? We're going to take a look at it during that pro day. I'm in a groove right now. Number 6, Briggs Cherry. Hey, my Georgia fans watching today, appreciate you for being here. How do we feel about the full arm sleeve, forearm tattoos? Briggs Cherry added it to the bag, showed up to the Elite 11. I think it's throwing arm, full sleeved out. Okay, the Louisville commit. This is a pure thrower, though. All jokes aside, this dude is a clean-cut thrower of the football. Not a lot of touch to his game, okay? A lot of line drives, tight football, big kid. Louisville's got one. All right, still don't know nothing about this kid as an athlete, but from a repetitive, mechanical, is the stroke consistent standpoint, Briggs Cherry all night last night. Every time I looked at him, ball placement, immaculate, okay? And that only comes from, like I said, a very clean mechanical foundation, which is what my man Briggs Cherry has got going on for him. Number 7 on the list, Travis Burgess, a horsepower eval. Horsepower eval. Maybe Faison Brandon, maybe Diabell, but that's about it. I don't know anybody who was better 30 and out last night. If it took, hey, buddy, I need to see you rip the shit up out of one, Travis Burgess right there to do it. And I think what's tremendous about Travis, and this is only because I only have this information because I've seen this kid since he was a freshman in high school. He was 6'5" when he was 14 years old. He was big and athletic and could run when he was 14 years old. The problem was he was big and he was long and he was trying to play quarterback at 14 years old at 6'5". Okay, it was And when you're that long and you're that lanky, there could be a lot of inefficiencies in the movements, okay? When you're throwing the football, there could be a lot of wasted time, wasted movements, a lot of goofy motions, right? It takes a long time to get that whip back into that motion because you've gone through such growth spurts. Travis Burgess is a really, really good thrower of the football right now. He is only kind of like scratching surface of what he's going to be fundamentally and mechanically as he grows older. And the thing that I love about him is that, yeah, it's changed progressively throughout his career, but only for the better. Like the mechanics of him as a thrower have drastically changed from day one to today. Okay, and I think they're going to continue to grow positively as he gets older. I'm excited about what Travis is ultimately going to be, what he is now and what he's ultimately going to be. Helaman Kasuga, baseline, A- crossboards. A- frame, A- thrower, A- arm talent, A- arm strength, A- accuracy, A- athleticism, A-. Just a good, serviceable football player. In at number 8. Now, Cadet Tamala, the Alabama commit that they just flipped from, who'd they flip him from? Iowa State, okay? Now, Chet to me is the same exact eval as my man Briggs Cherry, except got a little dip to him. Okay, got a little dip to the motion. Okay, you Alabama fans watching this today, go watch it. All right, now I don't mind if when our hands break, we drop our hands just a little bit. I just don't want to see you drop below the pits. I want to see us pull that lat without having to really like loop that thing. All right, and I do think there is a little bit, same thing with Bo Bentley. I think there's a little bit of that to him, and I think that's got to get cleaned up. I want to see us pull the lat, get into layback, let the ball rip. That's what I want to see, okay? So we'll see if that can continue to grow from Cadet Tamala. The thing I love about Jet, though, that tape is immaculate. The amount of big-time throws in his tape, holy shit. Now, that don't lie. You know what I mean? If I see it's 3rd and 8 and you're standing in the pocket and you taking a defensive tackle straight off the chin strap and we're ripping a dig into a tight window, I don't need to see how the ball felt. You know what I mean? I'm watching you make a big-time throw. I don't need to see what the life of the football was. I watched the tape of you be a football player. It's a little bit different than, hey, does the ball jump? We need to know if the ball jumps. That's all great, but the tape don't lie about, hey, this dude makes big-time throws. You know what I mean? So that kid makes big-time throws. Now, on to number 10, Darren Coleman, kid from Miami, or the Miami commit from Orlando, I believe. Man, I was actually talking to somebody about this. Give me one or the other. I know God ain't gonna make Darren Coleman 6'1", so we probably ain't getting there. He about 5'10 and a half, okay? We ain't getting to 6'1". The Lord done told us that. All right, so if we ain't getting to 6'1", can we get to like 190? Because he's like 165 right now. And I'm telling you, there ain't a twitchier, whippier, more lively 15-yard and in thrower at this event than Darren Coleman. There ain't one. The ball does not jump 15 yards and in out of anyone's hands at this event like Darren Coleman. But that 25 and out, that 20 and out, that intermediate to deep range, it's very clear that we need 30 pounds. It's very clear that we need 30 pounds. So, like, I wonder if Miami can find that in him and still keep him being the twitchy human being that he is, because there is no doubt he is twitchy. In at number 11, we're calling him Catcher Griff. My man Will Griffin, I just made that up, Catcher Griff. My man from here. Y'all ever see Pudge Rodriguez throw motherfucker out? That's Will Griffin right there. Will Griffin from the ear. From the ear, Will Griffin. But man, I was pleasantly surprised. It's kind of like this, okay? And this is gonna sound real, real goofy. And this is why I didn't write this today. I'm gonna say this today. It's summertime, everybody's golfing. If you're not, you should pick it up. It's a lifetime sport. Sidetrack there. But everybody's played with that golfer. Maybe a dozen of them in my life I've played with. You watch them on the driving range, or you watch them on the first tee, and you're like, ooh, that swings some shit. You know what I mean? Ooh, that looks bad. And then you play 18 holes with that dude, and he's striping shit. He's just playing his swing. You know what I mean? He knows his swing is his swing, and it is consistent. It might have its flaws, but he is going to throw darts around that golf course all damn day because his swing is his swing. It's the same thing over and over again. Ain't no changes to it. Ain't no variances in it. That's Will Griffin. It's ugly. It don't look pretty, okay? It is not ideal, but it is consistently accurate. And ain't that the sport? Ain't that the position? You know what I mean? I feel like I crushed. I don't know what time limit constraints where we're at. Was gonna do a Zen Pop, way too windy out here, okay? Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you are new to the channel, this is what we do. We talk football on here and we have a great time doing it. Appreciate you for being here. I love you. I'm gonna go hit that stop button because we out here by myself. See ya. Are we still recording? Yes!